Hey there, how's it going? I'm doing some baits today. I did this video once before and then erased it because I couldn't get it to load right. But I am epoxying a bunch of lures today. I haven't posted in a long time. And I have quite a few actually to do. I got quite a little pile of them to do. I was just going to share how I do it. It's not hard, but it is definitely a finicky. Or there's a learning curve for sure. I use a True Coat epoxy, and I do it by weight when I mix it. You see I have a note on here that says that I need to add 0.15 more of this per ounce or per gram to make it even out. If I did it by volume, volume's different than weight. So I do it by weight. I just figured that out by their formula they gave me on the box. But this stuff's best stuff I've found by a long shot. I've heard guys using I can't remember what it's called. It's a rod builder's epoxy. Something Flex Coat. I think it's called Flex Coat. Haven't tried it. Some guys swear by it. I like this. I've had good results. I've learned the hard way of the ups and downs of epoxy, but the finished product is premium, so it's worth the learn. I have messed around with the automotive clear coat, and I'm still in the testing, judging phase on that one. Number one thing is, you see I got gloves on. Contamination. You do not want any kind of contamination on this. So what I do is I paint them. I wear gloves the whole time. I paint them. And my thing is, what was getting me was that, see, I have glitter on there. The glitter was the contaminant because it has oil or who knows what on it when they make it. And so I got to where I use a UVLS clear coat to wet my lure, put the glitter on, and it sticks to that clear coat. And then I put another layer of UVLS clear coat. You could use any other kind of clear coat, I'm sure. You know, airbrush stuff, just any kind of clear, or a top coat. I bet you this stuff would work. Or I use this stuff, a UVLS clear. It's a balancing clear, which I, to be honest, ultraviolet light stabilizer clear. Protects pigments and dyes. So this was suggested from another painter that is much more seasoned than I. He's taught me a lot, so I'll take his word as bond. And ever since I started doing that, no problems at all. Zero. Don't touch them with your fingers after you do that, and you should be golden. No fisheye. I was having horrible fisheye problems. It was awful. So, but yeah, I've already mixed up some, and I actually already have some on the wheel over here. You have to have a wheel if you're going to do epoxy, or it has to. It's self-leveling, but if you have to keep it moving. This is my hokey little hillbilly setup, but it works for me. And I got some that I have done here. Yep, see, that's looking pretty good, I think. Check on them occasionally, make sure there's no bubbles, or if you put too much on, it'll do some weird sagging, stuff like that. But everything seems to be pretty good. You definitely want to make sure that when this thing's turning, It has no hitches, or so it runs smoothly and evenly, because any hitch will, you know, say it comes around, say it came around and then went broop real fast and then stopped and then went around, that would leave a big marble bubble on your lure or cause it to sag from the, just from that quick motion. And I learned that the hard way as well. So yeah, everybody's looking pretty sweet there. And I always look, you have to look at them through the light so you can see with the sheen going across them. Like this one right here looks like it has something odd going on, but let's see. That's pretty smooth. That's a little piece of glitter sticking up, and that should smooth out when it's all said and done. Yeah, that's the look you want right there. You want us to be able to see how smooth that is. That looks pretty good. That shiny light will tell you. Here, I gotta put this one back on there. Hang on 1 second. 1 second. I'm going again. And here, we'll do a bait or two. I'll show you. So I just use these cheapy, I get them off Amazon. I can't remember what they're called. They're just little artist brushes. Don't buy the super cheap ones like the acid brushes. The bristles fall out. You take these and you pull on the bristles a little bit and make sure there's no loose ones, but these are pretty good. A throwaway brush. So I got the epoxy mixed up here. I got about half a batch. I do a full cup. I'll end up doing, I got that many lures. I'll probably end up doing 3 batches. This stuff will take off. It'll start getting not workable in about 30 minutes ish. It's fairly warm in here, so that's about right. And you just want to get a good coat. Don't worry about, you can take some off, but you want good solid coverage, like a pretty thick coat. I mean, you don't want to like pooling up, but I put a lot on really to start, and then if I don't like it, I'll smooth it out and take a little bit off with the brush. It's pretty easy, you know, to just brush it off and then scrape it off on the side of the cup I have it in. So just get pretty good coverage. I'll make sure. I learned the hard way that if you put too little on, you definitely end up with not good. Sometimes, say I got a lot of glitter on a lure for some reason. Somebody asked for extra glitter, or I'm making one for myself or something. It'll stick up. So I'll put it up into the light. You can see. And if there's too much glitter, it'll actually stand up above the epoxy, and you'll have to put it on a little bit thicker to bury it. But the key, once again, is you hold it up to the light and look down it with the so you can get the glare. Let's see if we can get this here. See that glare? That's what you want to see. See, there's a little bubble back there, but most of it's pretty smooth, and I got good coverage. This will show you if you missed anything. So I'll go back. See, there's little bubbles around the edge there. I'll clean that up. But I just go back with my brush and smooth that over. I know it's self-leveling, but you gotta get it started in the right direction. See, that'll level itself out and be killer. See, and then there's a little too much on the face there. Take it, scrape it off with my brush, and get them on the roller. So you can see those little warp marks right there. Those will, as long as you have a decent amount on there, not too much, not too little. It's kind of a fine line, and you will learn. It's good to practice on your own stuff. But those will level out over, because this takes 12 hours to really set up. So, put it on the wheel and on to the next one. So, that's how I do it. Temperature, humidity has a lot to do with it. Humidity will kill you. This summer, I before I got my little AC unit out here in my studio, I had horrible problems in the heat. Like, I had to put the epoxy jugs in the fridge and cool them off for about 15-20 minutes before I mixed them to get the epoxy in a state where it wouldn't just, it was so liquid that it would run off. Because we had some 100-degree bruisers, blisters this year. But you will learn. But number one is keep it super clean. Don't touch it. Don't get any oils on it. Oils are your number one enemy. Glitter, I'm positive they use some kind of oils when they make glitter. Some are worse than others, but all of them did it. Because what I used to do is I'd put the epoxy on, then I'd sprinkle the glitter on top of the epoxy and then brush it in. Quickly learned that was not good, because I had nightmare stuff. I was sanding lures and fixing all kinds of things. So that's what I got. That's what you got. I hope that helps somebody not get burnt as many times as I did. I'm going to get some more lures put and get them out, get these suckers out to people so they can go catch some big fish with them. We had a great weekend last weekend. Went Thursday and Saturday and lost some big ones. Lost probably the biggest mac I ever had on right at the boat. Wanted to cry, but I didn't. And got a couple 8 and 8.5 pound browns, 20-pound mac. Put some people that have never been out there fishing. Put this kid Braden, 17-year-old kid with autism, onto a 20-pound mac and a 12-pound mac, and he was there helping us catch those browns. So he was super stoked. He's actually, if you go to my website, he's the kid on the front page, and he's super excited. So it was a fun weekend. So anyway, have a good one, and fish on.